Also breaking today, a Virginia teacher and his brother are accused of a chilling plot to attack ICE, potentially with explosive rounds. The man on the right is John Bennett. He served as an assistant principal at a high school in Virginia Beach. DHS says the case is indicative of the more than 1,100% increase in assaults against ICE agents. Joining us now is I.C.E Director Todd Lyons. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Rather disturbing details that we are learning about that.
Yeah, Sandra, thanks for having me. It's really scary because, unfortunately, that's the day-to-day lives now of every men and women in ICE, whether it's a special agent, deportation officer, or our trial attorneys. We're constantly under a barrage of attacks. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of these attacks are being driven by some crazy rhetoric that are coming out of a lot of elected officials. And it's really sad because now you have, you know, plots like this. You have ramming incidents up more than 800%. The doxing is just getting unreal, and it's really scary times right now. Just for for us being out there doing our law enforcement mission every day.
You know, as far as the numbers are concerned, the death threats against ICE officers, the numbers that we're looking at here are staggering, 8,000% increase. So, how do you combat this, and how are ICE officers able to carry out their jobs, or are you going to get to a point where there's such a dip in morale you start to lose some?
You know, I think the biggest thing for us, Sandra, is the fact that the men and women of ICE are excited to actually out there do their law enforcement mission again. But yeah, that's definitely on their mind every day they go out there. And one of the best things we have going for us right now is we have a secretary that's out front, leading the way. She understands exactly what the men and women are going through. She's fighting for us every day at her level. And we have a president that has our back. But really, the Department of Justice has been stepping up in huge ways to make sure that cases like these are being prosecuted, and those people that are conducting these threats are being held to the the highest standards in the code of law. And I think as we keep going along, we're going to see more and more people arrested and held accountable. And ICE agents know that the Department of Justice and this administration has the back of the men and women out there. But it is scary times because every time we go out there, you have to provide law enforcement and security for law enforcement officers just out there trying to do their job.
Okay, I want to ask you about this story that DHS is reporting about these 4 House Democrats. We have their pictures. We can put them up for our viewers to see. These 4 House Democrats who DHS says chose to stand with criminal illegal aliens after visiting this ICE detainee. These are 4 California reps. They met with a Honduran national accused of kidnapping and domestic abuse. What do you know about this, Todd?
So yeah, Senator, you're right. So they did meet with this individual. Now, the individual they want to go ahead and talk to and represent has been previously deported. He snuck back into the country, which is a felony itself. But again, just like you told the viewers, he is accused of being a kidnapper and domestic violence. So I'm not sure why any elected official would want to go ahead and grandstand on someone's criminal record like that and try to paint ICE in a bad way for trying to remove this individual from the United States. This is the type of criminal alien that we are going after every day. And for elected officials to stand up and say ICE is wrong and that we aren't going after the worst of the worst, and then to try to use a criminal alien as the poster boy for their efforts, it's just sad.
Yeah. This is Mike Levin. His spokesperson did issue a statement on, he was one of the 4 California House Democrats that made this visit. The spokesperson says they were on site to conduct congressional oversight, not to meet with any specific detainee. He was made available to speak to the group about specific information pertaining to the nature of his detention or any crimes he may have previously committed. That was Mr. Rojas Molina. Who was made available, is the way they're putting it, to speak with those 4 reps. Although Tricia McLaughlin was on yesterday and said this about all of that. Listen. Okay, she said those Democrats once again chose to stand with a criminal illegal alien over American citizens. This criminal illegal alien these Democrat lawmakers met with has been charged with kidnapping and domestic abuse. It begs the question, have they met with his victim? Have they met with his victim? These are the worst of the worst predators that are detained there. I'll give you a final thought on why Democrats think this is a good idea.
You know, Sandra, it really boggles the mind why they would go ahead and champion individuals like this. And what I would just ask any elected official is, please go and sit with one of these angel families that have been affected by criminal aliens and the violence in the United States. That's who they should be focused on. Or they should be sitting with myself, ICE leadership, and ICE officers and agents to come up with comprehensive immigration reform. Because, again, Congress is the one that writes the laws that we're out there enacting every day. And that's what we're doing. We're doing our sworn law enforcement mission. So I'd very much like the elected officials to thank an ICE officer and agent for helping make communities safer.
And we will continue to thank those agents for doing their jobs every single day. Thank you very much, Todd.
Good seeing you, Sandra. Happy Thanksgiving.
You as well.